All right, I'm live. If everybody sees you here, can you see it? Good, 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 good. Welcome here this afternoon. It's early afternoon for me, but I wanted to make sure that I got my live in today, 2 days in a row. Woo-hoo! Hey, what I wanted to talk about is, you get sucked in by certain headlines and emails that you receive. You're really intrigued by a subject, but then they kind of leave you hanging with a whole lot of questions and it feels like zero answers. So I want to make sure that first of all, hi, my name is Jessie. I am the creator of Publishing Our Children's Stories. I am the ghost publisher behind Publishing Our Children's Stories, which is really basically self-publishing your work for you. And if you haven't already realized, being a self-publisher does not leave that type of stain on your book as it used to. It used to be looked down upon if you were a self-publisher or a self-published author. Well, now it's a totally different case. I mean, you look at some of the largest books out there. I mean, Brendon Burchard, his manifesto was self-published. So, and many, 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 many others. It could go on and on. But oftentimes you are found because you have published a book that maybe didn't reach out to a traditional publisher, but instead reached out to many others out there. So if you have a story, please tell it, please share it. But make sure that when you're sharing it and you're telling it that you're getting it edited. So anyways, what I wanted to talk about is more of the information, having information available to you and getting all of the answers that you need, but not all of the fluff, not all that extra stuff that you don't need or want. You want to know this, you want to know it now and get to the next point. Okay, and so I'm being fairly vague right off the bat, but we'll go more into the details here in just a second. But if you aren't already, please subscribe and follow us here on our YouTube channel, because we will be doing live events, live Q&As, which are an opportunity for you to ask me questions on whatever it is that you're searching for in the publishing realm. So my focus is children's picture books. So children's picture books, if you have questions on how to write it, if you have questions on how to publish, how to do layouts, how to get a cover, how to do any of that kind of stuff, then leave the comments in the chat here so that we can answer you right away. And if not right away, we can at least get a video out here for you answering your questions so that you're not all over searching. Now, YouTube is fantastic for answering questions. If you haven't already done the search for your question, do it after the video. And if you haven't already Googled your questions, then again, do it. The answers are out there. It's whether or not you want to sift through all that information to get the answers, or if you just want to go to one place every single time and the question that you ask is easily answered right then and there. So if you have any questions, let us know. I was trying to figure out what that noise was. Things are falling. So if you have any questions, let me know. I can get back to you right away in answering those questions, okay? So what I was frustrated with is when I first came into the industry, which was just the tail end of 2011, 2012 really was more of a solid entry for me into publishing children's books. I was intrigued by this email. That was the initial part. I got this email and it really just wrote me in on how you could make money, and I'm paraphrasing, but how basically you could make money with this Kindle book, with a children's Kindle book, and how you were going to do it. And it was going to give me all the answers so that I could start making money within the week. I was so excited. I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm sitting here. We could use the money. That's fantastic. Please give me that money. I love the idea of creating the book and creating it with my kids. I wanted to do projects with them because they're always wanting to do projects anyway. And it's hard to keep them, it's hard to get them to sit down there, do the project with you, and then finish it. Like they like to rush through it is what I'm getting at. And they don't necessarily have the steps for it. So that's my job, is to get them to do the steps in order to have a completed project instead of just lots of unfinished projects that are spread all over the counter and the couch and the wherever, the bedroom, who knows? It's fun to finish the project, but what's frustrating is when you don't have the information to actually finish the project. That's super frustrating to me. And personally, I like information, but at the same time, I want the answer to the question that I have. And I found in the last several years, I have found a lot of people with answers to my questions. Some of them are long-winded, like myself, which is, I need first, please give me the answer first, then back me up, and then do more of an explanation. But I do need that solid answer to my question so I can actually take that step and move to the next thing. But if I don't have the answer and I don't have the guiding to get to the next step, and you're just going to keep going on and about reasoning and backstory and so forth and so forth, I'm not going to get it finished. It takes too long. I want to be able to have the backstory and to know more of the information and why we do this step of the process. But I also want to have something to refer back to where I can just checklist. So basically, I want a checklist. I want a checklist of what I need to do from here to here in order to get my project done. If you want a checklist, you can actually get a free checklist by clicking the link in the description. I'll put that in shortly after this video is out. So you can actually get the checklist from here to here on how to finish the project, how to finish your children's book, get it published, get it out to share with others. But it's also fantastic to know the why. So I've met other individuals who have only given me the checklist and not the why or the how. So why do we even do that? Why would I need to do that? Why do I need to spend time on that? You not only need just the what's, not just the checklist, but I need to know why we do it. Because I'm not going to do a good job of the what if I don't know why. Does that make sense? So I want a more in-depth video or explanation in addition to the what. So I've got my PDF, my checklist, and then I've got my why, which is going to be describing to me why we do it and the power of it. And then I'm going to get the how, which is really going to be the steps of this is how you do step one. And then you do it. And then they show you how to do it. This is how you do step two. And then they do it. And then you show you how to do it. So am I making any sense here? So I want that free checklist. Give me that free checklist. And maybe that's all you need. Personally, I needed all three steps. I needed the what, I needed the why, and I needed the how. And then I have the resources to do it. So if you need the what, I'm making up words. If you need the what, get my checklist that's going to be down in the description. If you need the why, ask the question, I'll give you the answer. If you need the how, again, ask the question, I'll give you the answer. I will be giving you the steps within the next several days of how to get your book published, get it out there so that you can share it with others. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you joining me here. And all of your questions will be answered. You just have to ask the question.